What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. What's happening? What's up? Got that bottle. Hey. Thank you for clicking on whatever you clicked on to get here. I am so happy to be back with y'all, and I'm excited to get back into filming. If you're like, Heather, where's your makeup? What you doing? Listen. With this coronavirus going on right now, I don't have time to be wasting makeup, okay? I don't have time to do my face and then just wipe it off later. Like, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be doing that. So, we being conservative around here, and y'all finna get this fresh face. And you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it because you have no choice. And I'm finna go to work. So I just did my little morning routine to get my heart and my mindset and prepare for what I'm finna walk into or whatever. So yes, that's why I don't have on no makeup. And good morning. Rise and shine. Hello. Anyway, thank you for clicking on whatever you clicked on to get here. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I have time now, like all of us do. I'm excited for this video. Your girl been going through it, and I feel like I said that in like the last 10 of my videos that I've made, but really, like for real, this has really been a rough season, which is what this video is about. In this video, child, we're gonna be talking about how to overcome a rough and tough season in your life. So let's get into this video because, like I said, I do have to physically go to work. So all of you wonderful people who are in quarantine and working from home, congratulations to you, not me. I'm gonna go to work. So like, since y'all are technically like getting ready with me in a sense for work, then I got to calm down because there's a lot of stuff going on in this world today. And so yes, I'm prepping myself for work. This is how I self-care before I have to go to work and all this other stuff. You know, make my tea, eat, whatever, watch a sermon, and really just clear my heart and prepare my mind to do what I need to do to be great. I put myself in, you know, a heart posture of service and all that good stuff so that I don't be walking into my job pressed and perplexed. Like, and maybe some of y'all should try that. Maybe you should really try to wake yourself up a little bit more and really pour into yourself before you have to pour out of yourself at your job. So that's what I do while I'm here. If y'all want to know where I got these from, yes, Pixie. Y'all know where I got it from. Target, baby. Target. Period. That's where I got it from. This cup too. Let me focus back in on this video, child, because I'm gonna get off track. I know that there's a lot going on in this world right now, probably more than we know, because even though the news is saying coronavirus right now, there's still a bunch of things that are still going on in this world. People are really experiencing hurt and pain and struggling and all this other stuff, even without, you know, corona. And yeah, so I want to talk about, you know, how you can overcome, you know, that rough season that you may feel like you're in. Even if you're young, you know, school, work, whatever, family, rough seasons, like how we can overcome them and sustain ourselves through them. So some of the things I'm gonna be talking about in this video is some things that have not worked for me, or, you know, really some mistakes that I've made during my rough season that may have made that season worse and not really helped that season. And then also how you can identify whether you're in a rough season or whether you're just having a rough moment. And also what you can either do to either overcome that rough season or sustain yourself in that season until it's, you know, done. If it's something that you have no control over, which a lot of things we feel like we have control over, we ain't got control over nothing. When it comes to, you know, rough seasons and rough patches in your life, you really have to understand that it is in fact a season. It is temporary. This is not permanent. This is not something that is going to continue on for forever. And so and that's something that would be a complete mood changer for me, is when I'm literally like, you know what, Heather, I know that I feel overwhelmed right now. I know that I feel stressed out. I know I want to cuss people out. I know that I want to just break down and cry and lose it and just quit. But this is temporary. It is building me up for, you know, my next season and for my victory and for the things that, you know, God has promised me to have. So, woosah. Your future self is going to thank yourself right now for you continuing to push through, for you continuing to sustain, for you continuing to do your work and make it through this season, because it's going to be so much rewarding on the other side. So child, mistakes that I have made during this rough season. I am working on my patience. Okay, the same way I'm working on my fitness, I'm working on my patience, and I have made hasty decisions and not trusted God and tried to just do things, you know, in my own way, in my own power, and it has elongated my rough season and really, you know, made things worse, because I'm making a decision based off of, you know, some impulse and control issue that I have, rather than really sitting back and just being like, you know what, let me have patience, let me just chill out, everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to, and let me stay the course. Let me stay the course. I know that these things are already set in place. I just have to wait for, you know, whatever. Another mistake that I made is putting unrealistic expectations on myself. Now, with that being said, that does not mean that the expectations of myself that I have and the goals that I have for myself, I cannot achieve. But I gave unrealistic time frames for me to achieve them, and put a lot of pressure on myself that I didn't need to, that nobody else was putting on me. You know, I was just putting on myself like, oh, I need to do this and oh, I need to do that and da-da-da, whatever. And it's just like, baby girl, just take a seat. Calm down. It's fine. It's all right. Another mistake that I made that actually fueled me putting unrealistic expectations on myself is comparing my journey to other people's journey. Child, I don't know how many times I done said this. We gotta stop that immediately. Stop it. Stop doing it, okay? It's not for you. It's not for you. What they have ain't for you. It ain't for me either. What is for me is for me, and what is for you, it's for you. And so we have to remember that when we're going through our rough seasons, not to compare, you know, where somebody else is at with where we're at right now. Like, no, baby, you're not a failure just because somebody else is successful right now. It's coming. It is coming, okay? So don't push yourself, you know, to do things that you don't have the capacity to handle, or that you don't have the capacity to do just because you feel like, because they the same age as you and they graduated at the same time as you, that is what you're supposed to be doing, and they're success and you're a failure. No, please, please. Because what you don't know is that they hate their job. They hate their job. They hate where they at right now. And the same feeling that you're feeling, they're feeling in that quote unquote success that you think that they have. So never compare. Never compare whatsoever. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. So stop that shenanigans. Another mistake that I made was that I stopped believing the promises that God had for me. There's been a lot of self-sabotage on my part. There's been a lot of doubt on my part that I've done in my rough seasons, and it shot me in the foot. You know, is these things falling? Child, look at them, they're falling. Okay, we gonna ditch it. Another big mistake that I made was not doing the work that I needed to do, which is, you know, part of the reason why you guys will come on my, you know, you'll be like, Heather, when you make another video, when I'm completely overwhelmed with things and emotions and what's going on in my life, like I tend to withdraw from doing, you know, my creative work and stuff like that. Because I never want to fake it. I never want to make it seem like, you know, I'm good when I'm not, and how can I pour into other people when I don't have anything to pour from, But even when you have nothing, you have something. Another big mistake that I've made and that you could be making in your rough season is not being, you know, kind to yourself, being mean to yourself. And because you're being mean to yourself, you end up being mean to others. You end up projecting that energy off, you know, to others. And so I really had to check myself and make sure that I'm pouring love and positivity into myself and talking to myself nicely, and not being like, oh my God, you're such a failure. Oh my God, you're never gonna get here. Oh my God, you know, like stop doing that, because the tongue has power. And I know we hear that all the time. But that stuff is real. It is real. Now, granted, you know, sometimes, you know, life is just what it is, and that doesn't mean that you're all happy-go-lucky and that you're unrealistic, but it does mean that even when bad things do happen, or when you're in that rough season, when things are happening, that rather than you just sulking in the negativity of it, you be like, okay, this is what it is. I accept this, and now I'm going to move forward from it. So the biggest question I'm sure you have for me is, Heather, how can I overcome this rough season? Are you still in your rough season? Like, sis, what are you doing? What are you doing, child? One of the biggest things about overcoming a rough season is that you keep doing your work. Keep doing your work, regardless of how you feel. You don't have to do it in big chunks. You don't have to do it in big strides, but keep doing your work. Whether it's small, whether it's big, whether it's in different chunks at different times, keep doing your work. So that way, when the season is over, when it is time for you to, make that shift and make that move into the next season of your life, you're ready. If somebody comes up to you with opportunity, you're ready. Do not miss your opportunities just because you feel like you're stuck. Don't self-sabotage yourself and not take opportunities just because you feel like you're stuck. Like, don't do that. Don't self-sabotage. Keep doing your work. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. For real, for real. Meditate, child, pray. Do whatever you got to do to just cleanse your heart, your mind, your spirit, and your soul so that you can continue to do your work. So you continue to move past this season and plan. Don't be afraid to make, to take those big leaps and those big jumps and bet on yourself and do, things that could possibly help you get out, of your season. I'm definitely a planner. I'm a planner, so I've now written down my goals for this and my personal goals and all these other things. And it's like, okay, what can I be doing today to set up my tomorrow? What can I be doing today? And again, it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be something small. But what can you do today? What small things can you do today? And by the end of the day, you need to ask yourself, what did I do today that is going to help propel my tomorrow? When I say tomorrow, I don't just mean directly tomorrow. I mean like the next 5 years, the next 10 years. Like, what did you do today that's going to create longevity? What you do today, child? Being of service. Don't be afraid to be of service, during this time. Now, granted, don't be agreeing to things that you don't want to do. Don't be agreeing to things that you don't want to do. But don't be afraid to be of service. Like, being of service in the field that you want to be in, whether it's paid, whether it's unpaid, at least you're in that environment. And being you being in that environment is going to inspire so many things within you that it's like, oh, yes, I'm in this, I'm being of service. Even if I don't get picked for the part, even if they don't choose me to work on the project, can I observe? Can I watch? Can I just be here in the room to feel these vibes, to feel this energy? You never know what can come from that. And you never know how helpful you may be, to be an extra set of eyes for somebody who may be writing an article or maybe doing a project in the community or maybe doing a photo shoot. Like, you never know how helpful you can be. And literally watching and observing and just being in that room can inspire so much inside of you. So don't be afraid to just be of service and say yes. Those are just some of the things that you can do to sustain yourself during that rough season, but also make strides toward overcoming that rough season. Like, don't feel like you're stuck. Don't tell yourself that you're stuck. Don't tell yourself, this is it for me. This is all that I have right now. It's a season. It is a season. And this season is a small moment in your life right now. Like, I kid you not, 10 years from now, it's just going to be something that you just make a quick overview about. It's happening right now, so you just feel like, it is a season. This is a small moment. Small moment. So don't make permanent decisions based off of small moments in your life. It's going to be fine. This is temporary. It's going to be good. So take advantage of this temporary moment. Do what you need to do. Do your work. Sustain yourself. Pour into yourself. Whatever that may mean to you, keep moving. Let me say this. This is not the time for you to stop. It may be the time for you to slow down and to reassess and to, self-reflect. But don't never stop. Y'all, there's a bunch of stuff that I can say about this. I'm still going through my rough season right now. One of many that I'm going to have in this life, but I know that this season that I'm in is preparing me for the season that is ahead. And a lot of times we ask God for things that we ain't ready for. We may feel like we're ready for it, but the promises that God has for us, baby, they take a lot of responsibility. They heavy. It take a lot of weight, and a lot of stuff. And right now, you may not be able to carry that weight. In our rough seasons, God's preparing us for those big seasons. He is preparing you for that big season. He's building that muscle up so that when you are in that season, you ain't gonna break, you ain't gonna snap. Because I promise you right now, if God gave you everything that you wanted, that you asked for, that He has you right now, you'll be able to handle it. So trust the process. Trust it. Trust Him. Trust Him. And child, get you some tea, baby. Get you some tea, some good book, wine, whatever you need, some sage. I don't know what you need. Whatever a man, I don't know what you need, but you know what you need. So sustain yourself. Remember, it's temporary. Everything's it's going to be more than fine. All right. yeah. So I'm gonna go to work, but I pray that this video, you know, spoke to you in some way, shape, or form, that it spoke a little life into you. You know what I'm saying? That it's helped you during this time. I don't know what season you in, child. I know what season that I'm in, and you know, if this can help somebody else in their season, then bless his name. If it can help somebody else in their moment, then hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I am gonna be praying for y'all. I'm gonna be speaking, you know, life over y'all, and I just need y'all to speak some life into me as well, because we all need it during this time. Take this time that everything's slowing down to really, you know, self-reflect and evaluate and do this and do that, but continue to do your work. Continue to do your work. Maybe you're gonna create new work. I don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen, but take advantage of today, because tomorrow's not promised. So yes, I love y'all. Please, again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, but also share, child. If you know your friend going through it, share this video. Share it. Share my beautiful face. As always, I love y'all. I can't wait to see you in the next video, which it'll totally be sooner rather than later. But yes, I love y'all. I hope you enjoy my fresh face, child. I must be really comfortable with y'all, because I have on no lick of makeup at all. No lick of a scent of a makeup. No, these are my eyebrows. They're not filled in. So y'all know that I love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace up. 8 Town down. Bye.